Hello, everyone. Good evening. This is my portfolio slash online collection of all of my art and all the projects I've worked on, my animations. The name of my portfolio is Black Prince, this is mainly the website for an anime that I'm working on, which is from what the artwork you see here is of. And I also have work from just different projects, different assignments, different commissions that I've done, all collected in here. Yes. And I, in the future, plan to add some school projects that I've done, some more school projects that I've done over my time at Webster University and also UMSL University, Missouri St. Louis. So I'll start to take you guys through my portfolio, but first I'll just take you through the home screen. As you can see, some of my art from my anime is fading in and out on this. And basically right here under the Black Prince title, I go into detail about just some story elements, some plot elements of my story. And yes, I take my time in doing that. I'm not going to go through that here. If you want to check it out, you can. But yes. So right here on this part of the screen, I have my trailers, some of my trailers. And on this website, you can hit view animation and it'll take you to, this will take you to my Instagram where I have this video posted. So let's just try and click on that right now. So I'm going to hit view animation. Yes, Instagram. Oh, there it is. There's me. And here is just it's just going to show some of my work. I'll let that play for a little second. And see him going through the city. Yes. And if you're interested, like I said, the story details are posted already, but basically it's just a superhero anime following a African American protagonist, and it's just his journey. And I don't want to I can never get too into detail about the plot because I don't want to spoil anything, but that's just some of the trailer. Episode 1 is almost done. It's very close to being done, so I'll take you back to the website. Oh no. Let's see. Let's just go to Safari. Sorry, it's taking a little bit of time to load. I don't know why it's doing that. I might just edit this part out. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Let's just hit view again. Okay, so if you're interested in my trailers, you can click view animation. Down here on this part, I have just another trailer and music videos, openings. In anime, you have like endings and openings that are really popular. So this is a link to that. All you have to do is hit view animation and it'll take you to that page. Another one right here. I promise I'll get to some of my other stuff, like projects and commissions. This is just a illustration I made showing a fight scene that I will have animated, 2 characters. This one takes you to my TikTok account, which has a lot of my art posted. And this is the bottom of this page, and you can hit view all animations there. But let's go to, first, before I go to my portfolio, I'm going to go to About, which is just a section that shares a little bit of information about me. this is me right here, Nicholas Taylor, illustrator and animator. And I just have a short bio that just says I'm an artist slash animator who specializes in illustration and is learning animation. I'm making my own animated series slash story called Black Prince. So that's just a little bit of information about me and what I'm doing. I think it's important for people to see who you are, see who's making the art that they're finding interesting. And of course, I think it's important to have just a picture of yourself to show them who you are. And yep, that's me. A little photo shoot that I did. And you should definitely have a high quality photo of yourself. Like nothing low quality, nothing that barely shows you. People want to see who you are, who's making the art that they're interested in. And it has just some of my education history. I went to Whitfield School, then I went to, well, that was my high school, middle school, and then I went to UMSL, University of Missouri, St. Louis for a little bit of time, and now I'm at Webster University finishing and getting my animation degree, which is something they didn't have at UMSL, which is why I came to Webster, because of the animation program. I just wanted to learn so I could be able to work on projects myself without having to rely on other people. Though I do plan to rely on other people when my animation really pops off. So let's go to contact is right there. Okay. Now let's head to the portfolio page. So this is my portfolio right here. I need to, like I said, I plan to update it with more of my recent projects from school that have literally just been done. Some from last semester, but mainly some from this semester too that have just been done. And yeah, I have different categories. Black Prince TTS, Tale of Two Stars. That's more so recent artwork illustrations for my animated series. Personal illustrations, you're going to see more realistic stuff in there. Some projects that I've done from school, and commissions. That's the one with the dog. I don't know why it's not showing commissions on there, but it's the one with the dog. Those are commissions that I've done for other people that I've been paid for. And this is the one on the bottom right is just called Black Prince, and that's more some of my older art for my animated series. But first, I'm going to click on personal illustrations because there's some illustrations that I've done for classes, and I'll go into detail for that. So there's just a few of them, or a good amount of them, different illustrations, different art styles. So first I'll click on this one right here. So, and I'm not going to go through every single piece of art I have on here because that would take over an hour long. So I'm going to talk about some of the more important ones and more so school projects. So this was a project that I did in one of my drawing classes, and basically the assignment, it was a still life, that's what it's called. It was a still life drawing. And so we had a skeleton hanging in the art studio, and all of our easels were circled around it, and we all had our drawing papers. And it's actually it's a pretty big drawing. This is one of my biggest drawings. It was on a big piece of drawing paper. I forget what type exactly, but we used white charcoal pencils, and then the erasers, and that's all that was done on this. We could sketch it with a pencil, like a regular pencil, but then we had to go charcoal. So what you're seeing here, the black surrounding the skeleton and inside the skeleton, is all charcoal. It wasn't done on a black piece of paper. It was all colored in. So I think this was one of my more stronger, better drawings. Illustrations, drawings, yeah. I get the two of those confused.